Hi, I'd like to start off with an apology both to anybody who watches these videos and to myself. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not uploading a video last week and for it now being 3 weeks since I last uploaded a video, which is a far cry from my original schedule of, one video a week. And I guess in a way, I'm also apologizing to myself for how I felt about myself for it. Um, just being really critical of myself, even though I felt overwhelmed and have had a difficult time with finding it in me to be able to do it. I don't intend to stop. I would like to keep doing this even if I, don't get much in the way of views, just because I think it's something that's kind of cool to have, just to be able to look back on, even if they aren't, like amazing videos or anything. Uh, I think it has a value in its own that's, you know, like a personal kind of value. So, yeah, I just kind of have had a difficult time with feeling like I don't have a lot of time between work and the things that I have to do outside of work, and feeling sick because, I work at a school and it's a really easy place to get sick because of how kids are. And just in general, I guess, like I said, it feels like there's just so much to do and not enough time. So, yeah, and I also felt like I don't really know what to talk about. I thought about making a video last week about the election stuff, but I don't really want to talk about that too much. I don't like talking about politics. I will say that I am worried, and it wasn't the outcome that I expected. But I think that the best course of action isn't to, freak out about it and think that everything is just gonna be terrible, because that is ain't gonna do any good for you or anybody really. All you can do is move forward and, be true to yourself and to try to, you know, live as best as you can, because even if it does end up being something really terrible, you can't really like you can't control what happens. You can only like decide how you navigate the things that do happen. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it, and we'll see where things go. Uh, Hopefully, more good than bad. Uh, but who knows? Nobody knows what the future has in store. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. Sorry, my throat's still kind of messed up from being sick. I still have like a cough and like stuff in my throat. Um, I am going to get laser again this weekend. I'm kind of really anxious about it because of how my skin has been. And yeah, uh, but we're doing it. And I guess like I'm also concerned about it because I've let my, facial hair grow out some here and there just to see how it was after having like 10 laser sessions. And I still get a lot of hair around my jawline and on my neck, but it's like very, very light. And I'm kind of concerned that I'm like paying for nothing now. Like, can the laser get rid of these hairs, or should I be going to do electrolysis? Uh, I don't know. I really hope that it's actually doing something, because this has been like really difficult on me financially. Like, this is like kind of changing the subject, but my mom cut my hair this weekend, and I don't know how different it looks, but the reason uh, that happened is because she offered, and because I had been wanting to get my hair cut, but I've been afraid to spend the money because lately, at least, it's like I'm spending as much as I'm making just trying to like have upkeep on the things that I need, especially for caring for my health issues that the doctors still can't figure out and seems to be like long COVID related, at least based on what I've read in online groups about that sort of thing. So, yeah, I spend quite a bit of my money on things just to try and exist, and not in the same kind of way that a person normally would, because I have to buy like a bunch of supplements and stuff and special food because I can't eat normal food like people usually would. There's a lot of things that that I have difficulty eating. So, yeah. Like, and it's not like it's not like I like can't eat it. It's like if I do eat it, it's gonna cause me like a ton of problems with my skin, with my digestion, which when I'm having like the stomach issues, it causes mental issues. I've talked about this in other videos, but yeah, it's really difficult. It's definitely gotten to me mentally on more than one occasion, multiple occasions, even. And I just try to stay positive, um, even though it's difficult to think that I could live the rest of my life this way, or like what could come from it long term, from these problems that I have. Sorry, uh, throat is really not doing great today apparently. Um, Also, kind of running on a major lack of sleep. It was really difficult to get through today, with the sleep that I had. I went to bed like an hour later than I should, and then I didn't fall asleep for like 3 hours. And that's not hyperbole either, because I did end up checking the time because I had to get up to use the bathroom. Uh, so, yeah, that was rough. And I'm also dealing with a hemorrhoid. Not something I like to bring up, but yeah, it's been a lot. Thankfully, we have a good group this year at school, so um, at least I'm not going into chaos as much as I was in the 2 years before this. It is like kind of chaotic just because that's like the nature of kids, but it's not like from like poor behavior or whatever. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. I guess I'm glad that I did get around to doing this, because it actually kind of like, it feels like a little nice to do, even though, I feel like a little uncomfortable about doing it still and a little anxious. I will say it seems like my skin is kind of doing pretty well too, so I'm grateful for that. But I gotta stop my skincare stuff within like the next day or so. I think today will be the last day I can maybe do it, for my laser stuff that's coming up. So yeah, that's we'll see how that goes. I'll try to stay optimistic. Last time when I stopped and I had like the breakouts, it really was tough on my mental health. But I don't see why it couldn't be different this time. That would be really nice, and I'd be really grateful for it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll try to wrap things up here. Uh, I don't know. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I guess I see the gastroenterologist next year. I mean, that's kind of far out, and I do have a therapy appointment this week again. So maybe I'll talk to her about some of these things. But anyway, I really appreciate anybody that watches this, and I wish you the absolute best with whatever's going on. And I guess I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.